and welcome to another episode of PFUNK Think and Right. Doing my thing here on YouTube channel. I can do whatever I want to do. Thanks for tuning in. Hope I can give you something. This lesson is for one of the right isms, 25 rules to live by. The question now is, the title is, do God control our lives? It's a good thought. It's a good question. I asked it. So let me see if I can answer it for you. Do God control our lives? Yes, if you let Him. Earlier, I told you about my conscience being my guide. That's God. So I'll say, if you let Him, if you let your conscience, He'll lead you to where you need to go. That's important. The next one is, yes, if you wake Him up in you. Remember, you got to do something to get His attention. That's living right, doing right, acting right, being right. All those are qualities that make God get excited and make Him want to be roared up inside you and make His presence known. That's what He would do. That's it. Do God control our life? Yes, if you understand who and where He is. Spirituality inside you. No more questions. You should already know that. That should be part of what you understand. Next question. Do God control our lives? Yes. If you live according to His will, that's what we call right living, or Maya. It all plays out. It all works out. Trust me. I'm trying to give it to you. I'm trying to lay it out there for you. I'm taking away all this other stuff. I'm coming to you straight to the point. No chaser. You're getting it straight. Here we go. Now, the question, do God control our lives? Yes. Look around. Breathe in that good air. That's God. He put shoe, we call air, we call him shoe. He put that first. Before man could be in here or on earth or exist, there's some things that God had to put in place for our existence. Air is 1. Sun is 2. The moisture is 3. You got gab, which is 4. And you got nut that covers the earth. Those are the 5 elements that man has to realize we don't make. We don't manufacture. We didn't have nothing to do with that. So hence, we got to know who God is through what He presents for us. Look around, breathe in. I use those examples. If you don't believe in God, take a deep breath. That's shoot. Say thank you. Moving right along. All right. Why don't we know God? Another good question. Came up with that one too. All right, here we go. Why don't we know God? Because we have been brainwashed, bamboozled, hoodwinked. All those analogies that Malcolm X said, yeah, he was true, he was right, because he know we have been trained to think way wrong. I'm trying to bring us back into the fold by thinking right, acting right, Now, also, why don't we know God? Because our egoistic leaders got godly people doing ungodly things. The powers that be, and I've been saying that we stuck, our spirit, my God is a spirit. The God that most people serving now is monetary. We serve money. We respect that money. It's unbelievable, but yeah, we care more about monetary things than we do about the spiritual things, because we can't see it, taste, and touch it. He ain't really real. Y'all want about some guy. Yeah. Okay, but you worshiping money. You don't know God. That's how we know. Watch this one. Why don't we know God? Because we don't teach truth to our young. If we kept it honest with our kids, they will grow in a proper manner and we will see the fruits of our labor. If we don't teach them the right things, we can't see that fruit grow the way it's supposed to, because it's tainted. It's corrupted. It ain't pure. Why? Because you didn't teach it the right way. You gave it nonsense. You gave it impure. You gave it preservatives when it should be organic. It should be natural. I like that one. I just learned about that word too, organic, a little while ago, so I think I can work it in this one. I like the idea. Okay, that means no pesticide, no sprays. Organic food is better. I learned that too because I had a question about that. Had an argument. I was proven to be wrong. Why? I thought it was all the same thing. See, I don't know everything. It's okay to be wrong, but when I'm being proven right, when I get the right answer, now I can use the right way. I just did. Ha ha. Learning. I teach, but I also learn. I'm a good teacher. I'm also a good student. One of the best. I'm an A student. Trust me. Now, why don't we know God? Because he was taken away from us and gave us something else in his place. Lies. God is truth. God is honesty, virtue. Religion, concepts is full of corruption because it changed the views that was already laid out and made it something else, and they can call it theirs. I don't do that. I try to keep it the way it's intended. Now, next one is, why don't we know God? Because ignorance have taken over us as a people. We rather be ignorant to God. We rather be oblivious to God than worship and do his will. So for those who do worship and do his will, we're frowned upon. We're ridiculed. We're laughed, mocked, and scorned because we are believers of God. And because, well, you can't see him. We don't know. Ignorant. Leave them alone. That's ignorance. That's all. We got to deal with them. The next one is, how can you come to know God? Now, this is where religions fall short. Okay, watch this. Because you go to church, I know people going to church for over 40, 50 years, still don't know God. They think they do, but they ain't got a clue. But that's not the story. That's the brainwashing. That's the stuff that they don't know. Here we go. How can we come to know God? Listen to a real teacher, a sage, to obtain true knowledge. All I'm giving you is Makadu, truth, from the heart. I'm doing this because my heart, my spirit tells me to. I'm not doing it for no hidden agenda. I'm not doing it for a whole bunch of nonsense. I'm doing it because it's going to help you. I had that burning desire to give a selfish service, help my people along the way. If I got this knowledge and I didn't share it, I wouldn't feel good about myself. So that's why I do what I do, because I got it. I'm trying to help other people get it. That's all. I ain't doing it for no other reason. And some of us need it. I hope you're the ones that tuning in to get it, because that's the purpose I'm giving it to you for, because we need it. How can we come to know God? Again, change your way of thinking. Think right, change your life. I did. I'm the same dude I was 30 years ago. I'm the same dude I was a year ago, 2 years ago. I just don't think the same as I did. That's the difference. And if you can change the thought process, you can change your life. I'm living proof. That's all I can tell you. Try it. It worked. Now, how can we come to know God? Learn the right way of life and practice it, live it, become it. That's what I did. I engulfed myself in doing the right thing, living the right way, and professing rightisms. It's given to you. Why? Because I know they work. How do I know? I tried them. I still use them. Won't stop, don't stop. Why? It's a way of life. I've been trying to tell you that when you're doing right, it should be incorporated in your everyday life. Hence, live it. How can we come to know God? The info is out there that will help you live better. Age of Aquarius, information age, YouTube, computers, modern technology, information is everywhere. So it shouldn't be an excuse from being ignorant because you don't know. You just input forth the energy or the work or to do your due diligence to find out. Get up off your rusty dusty and get some knowledge of self and change life. That's all I can tell you. I did it. It ain't that hard. In fact, it's fun. I'm enjoying it. How can we come to know God? This is another good topic again. Start a daily routine of devotion to Him and meditate on what you think is best for you. I meditate every day. Pretty much 45 minutes, 50 minutes a day. Why? Because it gives me chance. On your phone, we have the trash button. We got that button. You want to get rid of information, you hit trash and it deletes it. Meditation is something like that. You can delete yesterday's concepts and views till today. You got fresh room for new stuff to take in new and fresh information for yourself to live with. That's why. And if you know God, these are things that you need to do to find Him out. The 5 things I just laid out for you are 5 ways to get to know God. Now, the question is, there's another question for you. Where is God? Ding, 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 ding. We know He's all omnipresent, omnipotent, everywhere, at all times. Really? Okay. My concept. Where is God? In you and me. Man and woman. That's where He is. He's everywhere, but He also is in us, the human beings that He put forth to live inside of us, to enjoy His creation. That's the concept that the Egyptians had. I done got it down to the science, so yes, I live it too, because it works. Simple. Next one is, where is God? In the world of nature. Netta rule. Netta, nature, netta, Neter. You put a U on it to make it plural. Neteru, meaning God and goddesses. The all-encompassing Nebinger, that's the supreme being. But it's the trilogy that goes with him. Amun, Ra, Ptah. That's the Holy Trinity. It works that way, it's been that way. Understand it, live with it, get used to it. Because it's a philosophy that you can't argue. You ain't got to follow it, you got to believe it, but you can't argue because I will win an argument every time. Okay. Truth supersedes everything else. I got truth. My truth. That's all. There we go. Where is God? In everything and in everyone. We just talked about that. He's omnipresent. His emanations is of Him. So He's a part of everything that's here. Trust me on that one. If you think any other way, you think what you want. Stop fighting the truth. Understand it, manifest it, and use it for yourself. Fighting it, you're going to lose. Trust me. Where is God? In all animals and humans. He's even in the rocks, the plants. Everything that's here is of Him and is a part of Him. Don't play God cheap. Don't give God limitations. He's all, absolute, everything, all-encompassing. Trust me on that. Give God His props. Do His will, and then you can benefit. Because then He's going to take care of you. He take care of those that do His will. That's important. This is why the churches and the synagogues and the Islamic faith, they believe they're doing the will of God. So they bring you in and tell you a whole bunch of stuff and hope you follow them and do what they say. I don't subscribe to none of that. I just deal with God one-on-one. That's all. It's my concept. And the last one is, where is God? In all that exists. Simple. That says it all. That's what makes Him God. Next one is, where, let's see, will we go back to God? Will we go back to God? No. For all the unenlightened, you go nowhere. You die, you cease to exist. Your name is stricken from the record. So yeah, will you go back to God? The enlightened ones will. Yes, if you become spiritually enlightened, that's affirmative. Yes. But no, if you remain ignorant to Him, no happiness. See how that go? You just ask a question, 2 questions. 1 yes, 1 no. Third one is, will we go back to God? Yes, if the righteous, yes, for the righteous ones, the enlightened ones, the ones who who obtained Nihas, spiritual awakening. If you can't get around it, God has parameters set up, and if you fulfill those parameters and obligate yourself to them, you will know Him. That's how He does it. That's where it's set up, and it ain't changing. Trust me. The next one is, will we go back to God? No. If you live a Satanian lifestyle, evil and unrighteous, straight to hell. But hell is just a concept, a figment of your imagination, like the devil, like all the other stuff that we conjure up in our mind. But the reality of it is, if you live an unrighteous and an unholy life, whatever, unmaya, how you want to deem it, you will not go back to God. Only the enlightened souls go back to God. Been talking about this for a while now, so it ain't nothing new. The next one is, will we go back to God? The last one is, yes, if you become a right thinker, like I do. You will recognize God and He will recognize you through your actions, through your thoughts, and your deeds. All these are things that God recognizes in man or woman. He don't care about your job title. He don't care about your illustrious career on and off the football field, the basketball court, the base, whatever, music, in any walk of life. When you elevate to that level, that you become famous, everybody you respect you because the talent that you show for that particular area that you're in, oh, that's good. But in the end is all that matters. Where you going in the end. And if you go into the dua or the afterlife or another, whatever you want to call it, it's all the same place. And if you ain't, your heart don't weigh out on that feather of Maya, on the scales of judgment, you know where you're going, back to the reincarnation line. If you think reincarnation is not a real thing, think again. But that's a choice. You might think that God ain't a real. It don't make a difference what you think. Truth prevails. Reality will play itself out. And if you on the wrong side of it, it ain't gonna be good for you. I've been on the wrong side. It ain't good over there. Since I've been on this side, man, I ain't trying to go back. Why? Because it's good over here. The benefits that I get from living and doing right far outweighs all that nonsense that I see, hear, and privy to, but I don't partake because I already know what I'm doing is the right thing. Right. It ain't ever going to be spelled RIGHT for me. It's going to have a W on it. Why? Because I'm making it mine. I'm commandeering right and making it with a W from now on. When you write it, WRIGHT, it's still right. No matter how you look at it, it's going to be right. I'm going to make it right. I'm going to keep it right. So if you want to get to God, live right and take it from the master, Mr. Right, of what? Right thoughts. I'm a right thinker too. Start out one, now I'm a right thoughts. I mastered my thinking, now I have thoughts and they become real. I'll tell you about that later.